What's up, everyone? Back again, and I have the man, the myth, the mustache, Jason Cole. Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself because your career is incredible. So, tell us where you are now and what you did before this.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So I'm Jason Cole. I actually work for Foster and Freeman. I've been with Foster and Freeman now for about 9 years. Foster and Freeman manufactures and sells forensic equipment. Prior to that, I was in law enforcement for over 20 years. So I started out my career a long time ago as a police officer for the Sandy City Police Department, which is in Utah. Was an officer for them, and then I transferred back to detectives relatively young in my career after about 3 years, and was back there in detectives working person crimes. We had 5 detectives and a sergeant, so the 4 of them handled all the homicides, robberies, and sex crimes.
Wow.
I was assigned domestic violence, juvenile crime, and missing persons. So kind of a unique caseload,
Yeah.
right? And got into crime scene work there. So they started sending me to a bunch of crime scene classes, and I kind of fell in love.
Yeah.
I thought this is I can do this for a career. I don't know if I necessarily, when I'm 40 years old, want to be wrestling drunks in the middle of the road at midnight, right?
True that.
So anyway, worked there, got a lot of training, and then after a couple of years, I went to West Valley City Police Department, which is another suburb of Salt Lake City, as a forensic investigator. It was a civilian position, so I gave up the gun and the badge, but it was doing something that I loved. So there at West Valley, we had 4 investigators and a director. And we would respond to major scenes, and then also worked in the lab doing chemical processing, fingerprint comparisons, things like that. So worked for them. Several years later, I was promoted to be the director of West Valley's crime lab. And then the last few years of my career, I was with the Henderson Police Department down in Nevada, just outside of Vegas, as a latent print examiner and footwear examiner for them.
Wow. So, very, very long and storied career. You've probably had many, many cases and seen many things over the years. So we're going to play a little game called High Low Buffalo. So with all of your vast experience and the many years that you've been doing this job, tell me something that was a high point in your career, a low point in your career, and just some random fact about yourself. So we'll start with the high.
All right. So the high point, this is going to sound maybe kind of weird, but I have always loved going to conferences and things like that. But I think the high point for me, truthfully, is meeting so many people and expanding my network.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not the smartest guy out there. I don't know everything. But I am very proud of my network and the people that I know. And the cool thing I love about my job now is I get to go to more conferences and meet
Right?
more people,
I
so it's
know.
even better. I keep expanding it all the time. But the high point I'm going to say is my network.
Yeah.
I used to call them a tight-knit forensic community. For those of you that kind of know me and know my background and my recent health issues that I was facing,
Yeah.
I really felt people reach out to me even more. And so I've changed it now from a forensic community to a forensic family.
Absolutely.
And so that's going to be the highlight is the network, but also the forensic family that I'm a part of.
Yeah, 1000%. This is truly a more than just a community. We really come together for each other, not only to help out, but to support each other when, the chips are down. So if you're comfortable with sharing a low point in your career, that'll be the next question.
All right. Yeah. So low point. This was when I was working at West Valley City, and I've shared this story with some people, but it was in January. We worked Monday through Thursday there, and it was on a Thursday afternoon, and the only people in the office were me and my boss at the time, and he was processing a firearm. And I was in the room talking to him, doing digital downloads, and stepped out of the room to go put some evidence away that I had out processing, and I heard the gun go off. And so went in there, asked him if he was all right. Being a former police officer, I knew what guns sounded like.
Right.
I knew it was gunshot, but again, you go in, I'm like, Scott, what happened? Are you okay? And I just remember him kind of turning towards me and saying, I think I've been shot, and seeing the blood starting to bleed through his lab coat, and I assisted him to the ground. I ended up calling for for medical to come and police to come and help and stuff. And he ended up passing away.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Not only was he a boss, but a very close friend.
Yeah.
And definitely when you have a friend / colleague pass away, and not just pass
Yeah.
away, but pretty much in a sense die in your arms,
Yeah.
it takes its toll on you. It
Yeah.
messes with your head, and that's definitely was a low point in my career.
Yeah.
Realizing so many things, that just how fragile life is,
Absolutely.
how quick things can happen, and how important it is to really live life, and you just never know.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have never heard that story, so thank you for sharing. That's incredibly sad and traumatic. I don't even know what I would do if that happened in front of me. I mean, you would think that you know what you would want to do, but wow. Thank you for sharing that. It's definitely something to be aware of, is the trauma that can occur in this field. Even though you're not directly running into the line of fire, but things like this happen, unfortunately. So, thank you for sharing that. And on a different note, so Buffalo, what is something random about you?
Oh boy, I know. I've been thinking about that. Something random about me. So I'm a Scorpio. I love long walks on the beach. I'm just totally messing. No, random thing about me would probably be I don't have a lot of hair, so you can't see it. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten a little bit darker. But I am a true ginger.
Are you?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. You can kind of see it a little bit in the beard.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was a kid, I was the freckled-faced, red-headed kid that people made fun of.
Aw.
But yeah, I was a red-headed ginger in growing up.
Well, I think I can sort of see it in your mustache, because I think I remember seeing it a little bit more in your beard too. But they may have made fun of you now, but we love you, Jason.
Oh, well, thank you.
And
Love
thank you.
guys.
Thank you guys for watching another video. If you don't know Jason, you've got to come and do one of his workshops at any conference. He's always doing workshops, or if you have the opportunity to do a training with him, he is fantastic. He's amazing. I've done a couple of workshops with him already, and I can't speak enough about how much he's done for the forensic community. So, do you have a social media, or is it just a Foster Freeman
You
page?
can find me. You can find me on Facebook. I do have a Facebook. I don't know how you find people. I'm kind of social media ignorant, maybe, but I do have one. I also have an Instagram. I think I'm Gingerbeard or something like that.
We'll
I don't
find
know.
it.
Anyway, I will get it to Jessica. She can post it and things like that. But yeah, you can find me. And in fact, I'll give this to Jessica, because this is something new that I just came out with that's kind of fun. So this is.
Oh,
right?
it's the yeah.
So it's got
All
my
right.
name, it's my little business card, but if I tap it to your phone, it actually will upload my picture and all of my links and stuff. So I will share that with Jessica, and she can post it. But thank you for the opportunity. I love you. You're
Aw,
awesome.
thank you.
And yeah, thank you for letting me be part of this.
Jason Cole, everyone. So amazing. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm really glad for our friendship, too. So stick around for more fun interviews and just more stuff from CSDII. Bye.
See you guys.